What is up, guys? In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Shotgun Striker Augment because it was unvaulted in last week's update, and I think it could be the best augment in the game. If you guys do enjoy this video, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and comment down below which augment you think is the best in the game right now. So of the augment pool that we currently have in the game, which one do you think is the best? So this augment will give you health or shield when you damage opponents with a shotgun, and like any of the siphon mechanics, it fills your normal health first, and then if you're already at max base health, you'll start to get shield from it, and you'll get 2 HP back per pellet you hit on an enemy player. So shotguns shoot a spread of pellets, and then you get damage based on how many pellets you hit and where the pellets hit, whether or not they're a headshot or not. And that's why shotguns have always kind of been inconsistent in Fortnite, because it's very easy to hit the person, but hitting the person with most of your pellets or a majority of your pellets and getting that max damage is the difficult thing, or the inconsistent thing. And with this augment, you will get health based on the pellets you hit. 2 health sounds minuscule, but the Maven and combat shotguns both have 10 pellets each per shot, and the Havoc pump has 12 pellets. So with the Maven and the combat, you can max out at 20 health back per shot, and with the Havoc pump, you'll max out at 24 damage per shot. And it could kind of be tough to give like a real example of pellets and damage you would get. But let's just say you have a Maven, for example, and you hit for about 60 damage from 6 pellets. And then you would also get 12 health back as soon as you hit the opponent. And like I kind of already touched on, that doesn't sound like a big deal, but it is, because that's kind of a damage swing of 72 at that point. You know, if you just shoot them normally and you don't have this augment, that's 60 damage. Cool. But you're doing 60 and getting 12 back, so it's a damage swing of 72 if you think about it like that. And with the higher fire rate shotguns like the Maven shotgun and the combat shotgun, you're going to be spamming out these shots constantly. You know, you're going to hit like 40 with your shotgun several times, or 50 or 60 or 70, whatever. It's not like you're just shooting your shotgun once and then you're done with it. You're consistently shooting them with your higher fire rate shotguns. So while you're not gaining a ridiculous amount of HP per shot, you will gain a decent amount of health back over the course of the fight. It doesn't pair that well with the pump. Like, this is a good augment regardless of which shotgun you use. It's nice to have. It doesn't hurt. But it definitely pairs better with the higher fire rate shotguns, because you're going to be using them more during a fight, and you're going to get more shots off with them during a fight. So you're going to be generating more HP over the course of the fight. Whereas like the pump, typically in a fight, like in a 1v1 fight, you probably shoot it 2, maybe 3 times, but it's probably going to be like pump into spray weapon and then back to pump to finish the enemy player. So you're not going to have as much of a chance to heal from this augment, but it still could be the difference maker in like life or death situations. Just think of how many times you've had a close range fight with somebody in this game and they have under 20 HP. Like, it wouldn't be that ridiculous to gain 20 health with this augment over the course of the fight. And you know, in a lot of close range fights that are pretty scrappy, it might come down to very, very small portions of health that really change the outcome of the fight. So while it's not a ridiculous amount of HP per shot, it definitely can add up, and it can be, you know, the thing that keeps you alive during a close, like, scrappy fight. And this also goes incredibly well with the exotic Maven shotgun, because the exotic Maven shotgun gets a higher fire rate once you damage someone with it, meaning you'll be dealing damage faster and healing faster. When you're healing about 10 to 15 HP per shot, with how fast the exotic Maven fires, you're going to get a lot of your health back incredibly fast. You're going to take away the opponent's health incredibly fast. Like, I feel like if you've played the game at all in zero build and you've had to play up against the exotic Maven shotgun, we all know how ridiculously powerful that weapon is, right? But just think about playing against that while the opponent is also getting HP back every time they shoot at you. Like, it's ridiculous. And if you have this, the exotic Maven, and the shotgun recycle perk where shots don't consume ammo sometimes, I think that is probably the most lethal, like, close range combination in the game right now. If you're able to get those 2 augments and that weapon, it's going to be very hard for anyone to like take an incredibly close range fight versus you. The mythic pump might be able to if they just hit an incredibly good shot, but I feel like if you want the easiest way to win close range fights this season, as far as guns go, like, there's the lightsabers in the game, but as far as guns go, I think the exotic Maven with those 2 augments is the most broken thing. So if you are able to get the Shotgun Striker augment, I would highly recommend it. I think it is incredibly good. It was incredibly good last season, and the point still stands. It's still insanely good. And while it does sound minor in terms of the exact amount of HP that you'll gain per shot. With the higher fire rate shotguns, I feel like you'll really notice that that adds up over the course of the fight, and just very, very small margins can often be the difference maker in game. Unfortunately for me, I don't know why, but I've just had the worst luck getting this augment. When I've talked about this on stream, other people have said they've been able to get it somewhat easily, or talking to some of my friends, they haven't had the most difficult time getting it, but for whatever reason, I have the worst luck when it comes to getting this augment. I've spent lots of gold trying to get gameplay for this video. I don't know, it's just cursed. But hopefully you're able to get the augment somewhat conveniently, and you're able to take advantage of this in-game. If you do see this in your augment selection, I would highly recommend taking it, especially if you're someone who uses the combat or the maven. But even if you're someone who uses the pump, while you're not going to get as much value out of it per se, it's still incredibly good to have, and it's very good in the augment selection we have right now, because there aren't that many like insanely good augments. Like there was last season, there was a lot of really good ones. I feel like the augments aren't as good this season. They're a little toned back in power level, and something like this was one of the best that last season, and it's still one of the best this season in the current like augment list. But that is gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys found this helpful or informative. If you did, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like to see more, and comment down below what you think the best augment in the game is right now. Much going on, but I feel like zero build comp with like squads and trios is actually pretty fun. Like I think zero build comp will always be pretty ratty, but I feel like the rattiness kind of decreases the more people you have. Like it's easier to hide as a solo than it is as a squad, you know what I mean? And then also the benefit of you just hiding and catching timing on somebody is more impactful if you're a solo than in squads. But I think solo zero build would be the most ratty, unskillful comp mode that ever exists. Like I feel like the harder, like the larger the player count per team, I feel like the less just like timing kind of matters. Still matters, but it's not like the end all be all. Whereas in solos, just like first shot timing is sometimes going to be the end all be all in zero build. Like, I've killed players much better than me just because I got, like, lucky timing on them with a red eye, and I've died to players much worse than me for the same reason. Or, we have things like the heavy sniper in the game, and that's, like, very impactful in that regard as well. I love the crosshair bug, bro. Oh my gosh. I don't know where the other guy is. I think he's just killing the tree. confused. I don't know if he's still in the tree or what. Can't get to my katana. Dude, I was so choking there.